The library book. Lena was 11, quiet, and new to town. She hadn't made any friends yet, so every afternoon she went to the local library to read. One rainy Wednesday, she found a worn-out copy of Anne of Green Gables. Tucked inside was a sticky note. "This book made me feel less alone. Maybe it'll do the same for you. A friend." Lena smiled, held the book a little closer, and read every page like it was a secret just for her. The note made her feel seen. The next day, she left her own note in another book, Charlotte's Web, for the next reader to find. "You're never really alone when you have a book. You matter. L." A week later, a boy named Jordan found it. He'd been feeling out of place since his parents' divorce. That note stayed in his pocket for days. Jordan, inspired, helped a younger kid on the playground who'd dropped their lunch tray. He sat and ate with him when no one else would. That little kid, Noah, told his mom at dinner, "A big kid was nice to me today." It made her smile. She'd been having a hard week. That night she baked extra cookies and brought them to her neighbor, Mr. Hargrove, who lived alone. Mr. Hargrove hadn't spoken to anyone in days. The cookies came with a kind conversation, and that was enough to make him finally sign up to volunteer at the local food bank. And a few days later, at that very food bank, he handed a bag of groceries to a tired young mom, Lena's mom, who had just lost her job. She blinked back tears, smiled, and said, "Thank you." This means the world right now, and without knowing it, the kindness that started with a single sticky note had found its way all the way back home. Here's another story that speaks of kindness can make a ripple effect: the coffee that changed a town. It started with a rainy Monday morning in a small-town cafe. Sarah, a young teacher, was running late and had barely slept the night before grading papers. She stopped for her usual coffee, but when she got to the counter, the barista smiled and said, "You're all set. Someone paid for your drink." Surprised, she glanced around, but whoever had done it was already gone. She smiled, heart a little lighter, and paid it forward by covering the order for the person behind her. That person was Tom, a local mechanic who had been dealing with mounting bills and a sick kid at home. That small gesture meant more than the coffee. It reminded him people still cared. Later that day, while doing a routine oil change for a young college student, Tom noticed a loose brake line and fixed it free of charge. "Just be safe out there," he said. The student, Mia, was so moved that she spent her Saturday volunteering at a local shelter instead of staying home. While there, she helped an elderly man named Mr. Evans fill out housing paperwork he'd been struggling with for months. Mr. Evans finally got approved for housing, and at his new residence, he started organizing a weekly potluck to build a sense of community among the residents, many of whom had been feeling isolated. And back at the cafe, the barista, who had started the chain by paying for Sarah's coffee that rainy morning, was told weeks later by a customer, "You know, I don't know what you did, but ever since that day, this town's felt different, warmer. A single cup of coffee, one kind gesture, and a whole chain of lives touched."